Greetings and welcome to Planet Acorn's Chitter Chatter with me, Bobby Youngblood. Chitter Chatter, I love that. And today I am so excited. I'm here with Planet Acorn's very own squirrel to talk about the entire phenomenon of cosmic nut readings. Hello, Zipper, Bobby, what do I call you? You can call me Bobby or Zipper, actually. I go by both of those. I work with kids and grown-ups alike, so Zipper's a little less formal for kids. Yes, I do go by Bobby. Well, aren't you just a well-rounded squirrel? Okay, then I will call you Bobby because that's also what I go by, and that makes it easy, doesn't it? And I'm just nuts about nuts. Of course you are. All right, speaking of nuts, let's get into it. Tell me about cosmic nut reading. Well, it's just like it sounds. I cosmically interpret nuts to answer questions. I gotta ask you, are you psychic? I don't really think of myself as psychic, or maybe sometimes kind of mystic. Definitely cosmic though. As a squirrel, I spend a lot of time paying attention to nuts and berries and other various snack items. Sometimes making people think about something they hadn't thought about in a while. Sometimes a word will just come up, or a thought will come up, a memory will come up that'll just be like something like, give you inspiration for a project you're working on. Or maybe it'll just help you think about a friend you haven't thought about in a long time. Fascinating. The nuts just kind of talk to me, and I talk to the nuts. So I understand there's several ways you can do this with people. So I have here my nut case, if you will, and in it are my nuts and other fun things. So I will hand you a menu first of all. So questioning the nuts is if you actually have something where you want to bring to the reading, where you're just like, oh, I'm trying to work through this issue or this problem in my life, and I just want to know, what do the nuts have to say about it? So to give you some different perspective maybe on something that's going on. This nut or that nut is interesting because it helps you make a decision between this or that, or a yes or a no, or are you trying to make a big or a small decision between them. So that helps you, gives you perspective on both sides. Okay. Letting the nuts decide is where we get to roll a cube, and it helps us decide what our subject matter is. We might be talking about your career, or just like a home situation, or maybe friends or family, health, I don't know, but we let the nuts decide. Story time is interesting because we actually, as a storyteller, we actually get to build a story through a little story structure with the nuts and berries. So the spirit nut is only good for that moment, maybe that day, maybe that hour, I don't know, it just depends. So if you find out what your spirit nut is, then it's like, oh, this is what the nuts are telling me right now. This is what I am this is what the nuts want you to know, that is this is what you're supposed to be paying attention to right now. This is what maybe people need from you. Maybe the forest creatures need from you, some special thing. And that spirit nut helps you figure that one thing out. Can you kind of demonstrate a little bit? Okay, so what I want you to do is reach into here and pick from my chance cubes which one speaks to you. Oh, okay, that was a very fast decision. So that's just a little get in tune with yourself situation, and now you're ready to go. Okay, so go ahead. With that question you had in mind, and that little concept, roll your cube right here. Ooh, a lovely 3. Ooh, okay. Okay, so you got a 3. So go ahead, and I want you to pick 3 of these out of here. Just go ahead, reach it. Don't look at them, just hand them to me. 3 cubes. These are your metaphoric nuts. Hypoallergenic. Oh my gosh, okay, you got an extra one. That's okay. This nut wanted to be pulled. You never know. The nuts don't lie, okay? So even if you get 4, let's see. The nuts have been chosen. All right, let's see. Our first one. The first thing that comes up with your question about your little home situation and your project, trail mix. Do you know what trail mix means? Well, trail mix is Trail mix is very interesting. Here's my little example. We got your trail mix right here. Trail mix is a mix. It's exactly that. You made this mix. This is like a community. You can create your trail mix the way you want. Mine has peanuts, almonds, raisins, chocolate chips. This is your chosen family. So something about... Ooh, who's hungry? Surprisingly kind of makes sense. This is so cool. I just love your process. It brings together storytelling, making, performing, and connecting, right? So the connection is what it really comes down to. In the end, that is my favorite part of a nut reading, is that we get to sit down and talk about some situations. We get to maybe talk about something silly. Maybe it's fun. There's definitely laughs. But in the end, I get to connect a little bit with people, and that is fun because it's hard to get a squirrel to sit still. And my nut readings helps me sit still with people to actually have a connection, have a moment, have a conversation. So this is really art. Art, magic, whatever. I just call it fun, really. It's just about the fun and the connection. So one of my favorite ways to do this is with like a party, okay? Like just imagine you've got a party, you've got all your people having a good time, and then you've got me set up in the corner, wherever, with my case full of nuts. I mean, when I come to a party, I have this. This is full of cosmic nut reading accoutrement, if you will. I mean, yes, there's my nuts, but I've got my spinning wheel, I've got my dice, my chance cubes, there's all kinds of fun things involved. And you got Bobby in a corner over there reading cosmic nuts, and it is just so much fun. And guaranteed, the time goes by so fast. I have all the options on my website for book me for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. And people are not sorry at all because it is a fun element for a party. And I love just being able to have friends share together. One of my favorite ways to do it is when I just get a group of people and I get to read the nuts together, and they get to, because they know each other too. So it's like we talk about something and be like, oh yeah, so and so, and or with a family, so much fun because then you get the kids, you get the parents, you got everybody enjoying a thing together. It's a great time to just get the family to sit together and enjoy like an hour or whatever with just like crazy squirrel talking at you, with you, and connecting. Again, that's what I'm all about, is connecting families and friends to just have a good time over creativity and imagination. So, Mr. Squirrel, thank you so much for sharing this today. You are truly... Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for listening and watching. Oh my God. Well, you heard it here, folks. If you want to get your nuts read by Bobby, Planet Acorn, then go to the website, book Bobby for Planet Acorn's Cosmic Nut Readings, a personal or a virtual or a party. That's a fun one. Or for singing telegrams and all kinds of other services that there is to offer at Planet Acorn. Yes, go nuts. Reach out to Bobby, Zipper, Sandra, or whoever else at Planet Acorn. That's it for Chitter Chatter. Thanks for joining.